Okay, so you know what? Can you guys see my screen share over here with the big Team Visionaries Wednesday training? I hope so. Anyway, so I think you do. I just don't see the green line around it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get going with this. So welcome everybody. As you know, if you don't know me by now, I'm Sherry Denny. I'm your corporate director. It's in a row, you guys. I mean, I'm just like, that rarely happens. And I just had to say it because you're not going to see it anyplace else. But that only happened because of you guys. So I want to thank you all for that in September, October, and November. And there's some really awesome things getting ready to happen next week. And I know everybody's busy with Christmas right now or their holiday, whatever you are celebrating through this season. And we have a few surprises for you. And let's just get with it. So wins and brags, you know, I know everybody's out either doing their Christmas shopping right now, getting ready for people to come, you know, show up, or maybe they're even baking cookies like I did yesterday, molasses cookies. Oh my gosh, gingerbread cookies. And so not a whole lot of wins and brags going on just yet. We're going to have a bunch the day after New Year's. So if anybody has a win or a brag, now's the time to unmute and you can say if you would like. Anybody up for that? Not a problem. So here's what we're going to do. Next week is, well, next Wednesday, we're not going to have our regular training. I call it Team V now because Team Visionary seems like such a long word. But we are going to be doing something really special that I hope you all tune into. And I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute here. But we did have a couple of people that have jumped on board. And Jamie Wohlers, thank you, Karen. She is so much fun. And Sean Deal just came on, I believe it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, as our newest promoters. But here's what's happening. You see this, I'm not even going to bring up any of the other ones yet. There's not anybody in those. But next week, a promo is going to fill this up. Is anybody excited? I sure am. So, excuse me. Here's a quick reference. I always put this up so that you can either take a screenshot of it or come back to it and see exactly what it takes to get those paid rank areas that you want to be in. You know, the manager, senior manager, director, what you have to have in your lesser leg. And then status is completely different. Status is what people come in as. And it's those statuses that bring in the PV that makes the PV on the lesser leg. So that just connected right there. And on some people, it totally brought on a brand new light bulb. Oh, I get it. And I love it when that happens because I do get those calls almost every week or definitely at the end of every month. What do I have to do in order to rank up, or where am I right now? And I'll just privately show them. So a lot of times we just get on a Zoom. That's kind of hard to tell it on a telephone conversation. But anyway, those are available for you right there. Yes, and I'm glad you like that slide because that's the one that it's going to be your go-to slide. Okay, so next Wednesday, we are doing a recruitathon, and this time I have the right calendar up there. Thank you so much, Michelle Shower, for bringing that up to me last week. We just threw one on there. We didn't even look at what year it was, and Christmas, I mean, just December 27th is not on a Tuesday, so that was a quick find there. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to do a recruitathon. We don't really even want to call it a recruitathon. We just want to call it a Happy New Year APLGO party and have people invited. But here's what's going to happen. Each person that goes to that, and by the way, if you've not ever been to one of these before, it's on Facebook, and it's going to start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I believe it is our time up here in Alaska. So that's 5 p.m. You know what? It might even be I got this funny feeling it's actually going to start at 4 o'clock Eastern time, because they want to be able to give people the opportunity to come on anytime they want and just see and listen to, watch any of the updates that have been put in there. It's people that are going to come in live and they're going to leave their testimonials. So you'll be able to pop into that page at any time and see what's there. And it really enticed a lot of people to call their sponsor or call the person that brought them there and get them signed up. So here's what I think I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and put this link right here. I'm going to open up the chat. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to put this link in the chat. That is the link to the Facebook group. And then I think I've got another one here. I'll find it in just a second. But anyway, people are going to be able to go in there and view what's happening. So each time an enrollee gets in there and they decide to sign up, they're going to get some APLGO swag. And that's going to be a pack of 5 lozenge samples, the cards, you know, the ones, the sample kits that we give out. And there's even more. The person, the associate who enrolls them as a customer or an associate will also receive the same fantastic prize. And everybody that comes on there is going to get something. They're going to get something out of that. So let me see if there is, I'm trying to think if this next one. Okay, so here's the details. So join us for the APLGO New Year's party. And it does start December 27th at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time. Now, right now, we only have a few people that have jumped in, corporate directors. Anybody can do this, by the way, and I'm going to show you the page that you can go in and practice if you want. I'll even show you how to do it. If you want to show your testimonial on there, it can only be, you have to limit it from 3 to 5 minutes so that it's not so long people don't want to watch it. Let's just be honest, okay? But that's what we might shorten it from, say, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. if there aren't enough people on there. But what happens is there will be enough people. People just start calling the sponsors. They start calling their upline. They want to be part of it. And if they've ever done a Facebook Live, it's a piece of cake to go in there and just drop in what you want to do. But it is all scheduled, so there's never anybody running over anybody else's time. So let me know if you want to be part of that. And I have the schedule and I'll be able to pop you in there. And it's lots of fun too, because you guys, you do realize those that are being seen are the ones that are being looked up to be able to find a sponsorship for as well. And I'm not saying that in a way that you're going to send people there and, oh, they see Sherry or they see Tina or they see so-and-so. Oh, I'm going to sign up with them. No, that is not what happens. As a matter of fact, all of us always ask anybody that calls us where and who they, who brought them there in the first place. So we make sure that they always get signed up with the right person. But what I'm saying is when you are seen on these, people value that. They want to see more of you, especially if you're really good. And I know all of you guys are. So anyway, let's move on with that. There's something even more that's going to happen that day. It is a big, super surprise. And I can't put the details on here yet, but I can definitely tell you about them. The details will be posted on our team messenger when they're available. And the reason I don't have those, I called Jerry earlier this morning, and Judy, I was going to talk to you as well, but I know that you're busy. Carmen Lopez is on our general manager is on her way down to her mother's in Florida. And Carmen wound up getting bronchitis and she's not feeling very well. And she literally signed off today on the mastermind chat. And we weren't able to get those details from her, but I kind of have a grip on what's going to happen. And you know us, We don't want to put out any wrong information, do we, ladies and gentlemen? Never. No wrong information. So here's what's going to happen. And again, I'll put this in writing on our Team Visionaries. You'll probably see it on Team Go Extreme first as well. So everybody has 90 days from the time that they enroll to rank up to diamond, right? Everybody knows that. And that is being enforced. In case you didn't know, people from 3 years ago, had a couple of years to do that, but it is enforced now. So anytime anybody enrolls, you have a 90-day time period. And this next week, anybody that missed that, and by the way, this is not the big deal, okay? This is just part of it. Anybody that missed that time slot is going to have the opportunity next week. And I'm not sure if it's going to be the 27th or the 28th, but it will be through the end of the year to be able to upgrade to diamond. Okay? Woo! Okay, banners and all the big music and everything there. But here's the even bigger news. Anyone that upgrades or enrolls at 100 to 600 level is going to receive 100% in extra presentation product. Sergey just threw this at us on Tuesday. By the way, that was yesterday morning before we even had our mastermind group. And here's the biggie. So anybody that has been, missed the enrollment time for diamond, now they can do that. And enrollments or upgrades, VIP 800 to diamond 3000, you are going to receive 150% in extra presentation product. Woo! Now, do I see some applause for that? We didn't know that he was going to do this at all. We thought, okay, September was good, October was great, November was the big party, the big 12-a-year celebration, and then comes Christmas. And, we thought we had to wait for his birthday. No. He is giving the USA, LATAM, Latin America, and Costa Rica and Canada all this Christmas present and after Christmas present before New Year's surprise. There obviously is always a $3 per box surcharge that applies on all presentation boxes. But can you imagine what this is going to do to your organization? Because I know several of you have people that wanted to upgrade, they're looking for another promo and think they missed it, and boom, here it is. So that's what we're going to be doing Tuesday, Wednesday, well, from now until Wednesday. Let's prepare those people. Let's let them know. Let's not keep it a secret, okay? Let's let them know they have the opportunity to do that upgrade. Let's let them know that there's a promo coming, and that's the last thing I ever want to do, is make people wait, but this one's worth waiting for, wouldn't you say? So let's let them know. You're not going to see anything out there in writing yet. So this is something that we're letting you know in advance. So with that being said, anybody needs any help with talking with people? I know Jerry is working with a few people that are just with bated breath, right? This is going to be so much fun. And now is the time to be talking with, if you know any big networkers, now's the time to be talking with them, because they are going to want to get in on this promotion more than anything that they've seen before. And it's a lot of people are out there. I get it. They're doing the onesie twosies and, they're hoping somebody's just going to break it open. But now is where there's some big networkers. I don't know if you guys heard, but there's a company called Secret. Does anybody know that? SEACRET? I'm whispering it because we shouldn't really say companies' names, but they had their compensation plan changed, and there's a lot of people that are really angry. And I know a lot of people, and by the way, they're based, I believe, out of Arizona. Find those people, go on Business for Home and look at who is in that company and start calling them, because they're looking for a new home. And what better place to be than someplace that has an absolutely incredible compensation plan, pays out 63% on the dollar, has great income for anybody that is bringing in just customers. Heck, you could build a whole complete $1 million business on just customers here. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but you can do that here. So anyway, with that being said, let's move on to the cruise. As you guys know, we want to pull up cruise details from your computer on the main page. But here's what you're going to see is here's kind of the beginning rules for this. But right now we are actually in step 1 because, well, you can do step 1 and 2, but step 2, there was an option that's over with. So achieve personal overactivity from November 1 to January 15th of 2024 with a total of 1,200 PV or more. That includes at least 100 PV from customer volume. And I want to give you a hint on this because it happened to me and it's happened to a couple other people too. When you're signing up a customer, if you don't already know, 40% of that of the total volume is what winds up being the PV. So it's not the same as the PV is not the same as you enrolling them as an associate, and which makes sense because you get paid out more, up to 74% on a customer. So watch those, because if you're thinking having them get 100 PV would be 4 boxes of a $25 item. No, they're only getting, I believe, if I was right, I think it was $17 in volume on a $25 box. So be sure to look at those, okay? And if you need help, always reach out, okay? So that's part 1 and step 2 and step 3 of the cruise. And we just want more people on this. And then here's the options. So you can take a screenshot of this, of step 4. There's option 4, and there's optional step 4 and optional step 5. And you can always read these in your back office and get all the conditions and everything there. So I'm going to make this real short tonight, you guys. One more thing is the PFT contest that's coming up in January. And it's going to be a weight loss challenge. There's details to come. And here's another thing that we've kind of been begging for it. And I think we're going to get it now because, you know, a lot of the other stuff is done. Is we have asked for, you know, that flyer that came in with the PFT, you know, everybody got it. It showed, you know, what it was, you know, welcome to PFT, or, you know, launching PFT. Well, that flyer needs to be changed, and it needs to be changed, and we all know this, to say the instructions on how to use PFT. Some people are losing weight, no problem. Other people are thinking they only need to take 1 a day. I don't know where they got that idea from, but they're not getting the right instruction. And there have been a few questions that come in, but that's all going to be resolved by just getting a flyer out. And it would be nice, I mean, wouldn't you agree, if they would put the instructions on the box, right? So we're looking for that big change as well. So, and the other thing, something else that's coming up, and I know a lot of you are going to love this. Now in January, mark your calendars, because January 4th is our national call. And we haven't had Sergey on in a call in a while because he's been at all these forums that he's been doing. And we should have him on our call on January 4th. And Mary Esther Gilbert on the 8th, that's the Wednesday following next, I think that's the 8th, is going to give a summary on all the 18 products. So if people want to know about all of them all at once, and I guarantee you this is probably going to go on for about an hour and a half. Yes, it's going to be long, but she's agreed to do a summary of all 18 products and do a question and answer afterwards. So I know a couple of you, if not all of you, have somebody that you would like to get on a Zoom with Mary Esther Gilbert, and that's the one to do that with. So this is going to be all sorts of fun. I'm just really happy that you're all here. And I know I still have questions asked of me every day. how do we do this? How do we do that? Where do we find this? Where do we find that? And if you just call me, I can let you know how that happens. But here's another thing I've decided to do is make 1 to 2 minute videos and make a question and answer, like a frequently asked question thing where you can actually click on it. Golly, I don't know why I didn't think of this 3 years ago. And you can click on it and find out, where do I find my qualifications? Where do I find out how to find other people in my organization? Little things like that are there. For me, they're simple because I look at them mostly every day. But for somebody that's just getting started, it's not so simple, right? And another thing that we're doing is we're putting together, I love this mastermind group, you guys. And by the way, it's all changed. There's new members in it, and I'm part of it again for 2024. And we are putting together, I got goosebumps already before I even say it. We're putting together a toolkit, a toolbox that you guys are going to be able to have to hand to somebody, or that they can get when they first get registered, instead of getting an email that we don't know if half the people even read it, right? Hold on just a second there. That's what happens when I just keep on talking. But it's a toolbox that's going to have brochures in it. It will have some sample packs in it. It will have even the beauty care sample pack in it, the beauty care catalog. It should have a catalog in it that, by the way, the catalogs are finished. I know it took forever to get them done, but now they're sending them out to the printer, and we should have that by the end of January. So we're hoping that these toolboxes, these toolkits, will be able to hand out. And has anybody seen the new beauty kit? Hold on a second. I have one right here. So this is the new beauty kit, and it comes with this, this beautiful tissue in it, and your whatever products that you've ordered. But this will be like the toolbox that you get for signing up as an associate. I hope it's going to be a little bit heavier than this, but sturdier than that. But that's what is going to be going out to you. So all these new things are happening, and they're happening because you guys keep asking for it. And we're finally doing really well. I shouldn't say finally doing well. We've been doing really well in this company since day one. But all these things are coming together with all these ideas, and it's actually happening. In fact, oh, I've got it over in my other room. We even have that beautiful beauty bag, and that was designed by Olga and Tina D'Angelo. And I was so surprised when that came in one of my packages the other day. Excuse me. So I want to wish every single one of you a Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate, and a Happy New Year. I will be seeing you on Wednesday, and I'll be seeing all of you guys throughout the week anyway. I talk to almost every single one of you every day, and let me help you or reach out to your organization to help them learn about what's happening on this. So yes, the startup kit is cool. And oh my gosh, thank you so much. Who said that? Randy, thank you so much. My hair, I'm telling you, I keep telling CJ, my daughter's better half, I keep telling him that this is the best haircut I have ever had. And he goes, that's great. Next time I'm charging it $200. So with that being said, I guess I better find myself a hairdresser, huh? Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here so we can answer some questions if you guys have some.